make a successful, English is my first language.
Why I gotta beg to be chosen over your vices, over your liquor? Why I gotta ask for flowers? I deserve roses, I deserve bigger. I know you're trying to change, but is it all worth the wait? It hurts to stay just as much as it hurts to walk away.
Hello you guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Jasmine Jackson, as you can see by my YouTube handle. This is my first YouTube video. It's gonna be a get to know me question and answer type video. I already have the questions pre-typed on my iPad. I made a post on several platforms: Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, basically asking a couple of my friends or any of my followers to give me a lot of questions that would be good for my followers or viewers on YouTube to know about me. So I'm gonna go through those questions. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, leave a comment of any questions that you want me to answer that I did not go over, and yeah, let's get into it. Starting with the first couple questions. Someone asked, what is it like being in the military? Me personally, I feel like being in the military is the easiest thing that I could have done, or the easiest thing I'm doing, but can also be the dumbest thing. Like, majority of the time it's right place, right time, right uniform. It's a lot of being told what to do, when to do it, where to do it, how to do it. But I don't know, it literally has its days. Being in the military is one of them things where I honestly could not tell you if I'd spend the next 20 years doing it, and that's as simple as I can put it. The next question is, how's life treating you? As of right now, I really don't have any complaints. Over the next 30 to 60 days, I'm expecting a lot of change. I feel like right now in life, I'm in my season of changing, but not just any change. I feel like I'm in my season of drastic change, like major change, like major location change, major hair change. For those who know, because I'm always talking about cutting my hair off because I've been bald before. Yeah, I feel like right now in life I'm in my season of changing, but I'm also in my season of being alone. My next question is, how was your experience being away from your daughter for such a long time? For those who don't know, last year between May and November, I was in Romania. I was in Europe for that duration, and being away from my daughter was the hardest thing I've had to do. My daughter was 1. She turned 1 last March, and I ended up leaving in May. So I'm thankful that I was able to spend her first birthday with her, but it doesn't amount to the things that I missed out on being there for her first birthday. You know, I missed her first steps. I missed her first couple words. I missed her being able to show us and talk to us about the things that she likes, you know. Like, me personally, I feel like between 1 and 2 is when they hit the most milestones. Like, they're not going to stop learning stuff. They're not going to stop hitting milestones. But between 1 and 2, when they start to pick up on more than basic stuff, those are the things I didn't get the opportunity to see. And you know, it hurts, you know. It hurts being away from my creation. It hurts being away from somebody that I have that much love for, you know. And I feel like maybe physically she could tell that I wasn't here, but I don't think that I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like she knew I wasn't here, but she didn't know like that I wasn't here. And I know it's something that she's not gonna remember, but you know, it still kind of hurt. It hurts. It hurted being away from her, you know, that long. You know, it wasn't as long as the other people that I was out there with. They were out there way longer than I was, but you know, being away from somebody that you have that much love for, even for a short period of time, still doesn't feel good, you know. The next question was, what's your experience being a first-time mom? Me personally, I can say I love being a mom. I want to have more kids. I enjoy being a mom. I enjoy being able to pour into my daughter, you know. I get so excited when I think about her future, when I think about all of the things that I get to teach her, you know, all of the first that she'll have. Growing up, I was not around a lot of newborns, you know. Nobody in my family really had babies. My sister is 2 years older than I am, and my brother is 3 years younger than me. So I've always been around people who were around my age, and other than that, nobody in my family really had little babies. So when I first had my daughter, changing her diaper, making her bottles, you know, learning how to swaddle her, all of those were my first. They were her first, but they were all mine as well, you know. I'm so thankful and grateful for her dad that he was there with me, because he has so many nieces, you know, so he kind of knew a little bit more than I did. So I'm very grateful that he was here with me, because that first doodle diaper that I changed literally almost took me out. I was literally gagging changing her first diaper. It was not something I was used to at all. And then they'll tell you that their first diaper will be black.
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I'm not even gonna go into details, but they don't tell you that stuff, you know. They tell you all the other stuff about being a first-time parent, about being a first-time mom, but they don't tell you stuff like that, okay? I'm just leave it there though. Next question is short and long-term goals for this year. I would say my short-term goals are to
make a successful, English is my first language.
Make a successful transition to my next duty station. I will not be disclosing my next duty station, but yes, I will be PCSing. For those who know, for those who don't know, I'll be PCSing to a new duty station within the next 30 to 60 days. I am both scared and happy, because I've been in my current duty station for the last 3 years, and I'm so ready to embrace change. I cannot even put it into words how ready I am to get away from Hunter. Hunter is not a bad duty station though. Savannah, Georgia is not a bad location. I love it here. If I could get out and build a house here, I would. But it's unit wise, like, I'm ready just to experience something else. I'm ready to see a different part of the Army. That's all. I would say another short-term goal, because I'm currently in college. I go to UMGC, University of Maryland Global Campus. I just did a major change. Woo woo to me. I am pursuing psychology. I have enrolled in the next 3 semesters, because UMGC does not have like normal, I wouldn't even say normal, but you know, most colleges have 6-month semesters. You have a spring semester, a mini summer semester, and then a fall semester. They have 2-month semesters. Very fast paced, but gives you the opportunity to finish a degree a little faster. One of my goals is to successfully complete all of my classes with good grades. I'm more nervous about transitioning to a new duty location, and also being able to maintain good grades and, you know, have that work-life balance where I'm going, you know, and all while being a mom. You know, I'm just praying and praying and praying that I'm able to find a good work-life and school balance and keep good grades. Another goal I have, I'm currently a sergeant in the United States Army, and the next rank after sergeant, for those who don't know, is staff sergeant. But before you can obtain the next rank, you have to attend a board, and at that board, senior non-commissioned officers and a sergeant major will be the head of the board, and they will ask you questions, situational questions, questions about the Army, questions about you, a plethora of questions about all kinds of stuff Army related and some not Army related, and they are the ones who determine whether you will obtain your P status, your promotable status. And you attend a school, and you make points, and then you make it to the next rank. So that is one of my long-term goals that I aspire to work on, because I do want to rank up to be staff sergeant. So next question, how has your transition back home been? Okay, as crazy as it's gonna sound, the transition back home has been different for me. The entire time I was overseas, all I could think about was coming home, being in my own space, being to myself, being alone the entire time. But now all I could think about is, wow, like, I'm really by myself a lot of the time. Overseas, I was in a room with 6 other females. These are females that I showered with, I ate with, I slept with, I went to the gym with, I worked out with, I went to work with. You were constantly around people all of the time. Like, you see these people every single day, Monday through Sunday, and then I come home and it's just me, or sometimes it's just me and my daughter, and it's like, it's a lot of alone time. And me personally, somebody with anxiety, being alone all the time allows my mind to wander. And with my mind wandering comes me being overwhelmed by things that are so far out of my reach that I don't even have to deal with right now. Yeah, it's just, I allow my overthinking in my mind to get the best of me sometimes. So transitioning and being back home has been a little difficult for me personally, but I'm working through it. It just takes time. It's not easy, being somewhere for a duration of time and being around so many people and then having to transition to be by yourself again. Well, it might be easy for some people, but for me it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. Next question is, why did you choose the military? I chose the military because I needed to pay for college. I know college is expensive, and I didn't doubt that I wouldn't get a scholarship. I didn't doubt that I wouldn't find another way to pay for college, but I knew that the military was a guaranteed way. Hence the fact when I joined the military, I was in the Guard for 3 years. And, being in the Guard, it kind of serves its purpose for people who want to give the military little to no obligation and still go to school, which is what I did. I was in college full time, and I was still going to drill, Saturday and Sunday, 1 weekend out of the month, and AT throughout the summer. And that was it, And then when I started to go through some trials and tribulations and I got kicked out of college, I seen that, the Guard was no longer serving its purpose to me. So I was like, why not go active duty? Why not switch over? I'll have a place to stay. I have a consistent paycheck. I have a consistent job, and that was what I needed at the time. So that was exactly why I joined the military. And it also would give me the opportunity to travel, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see different places. I wanted to move around a lot. At the time, I didn't have any kids, and all I wanted to do was see so many different duty locations. I have friends who've been to Hawaii, Korea, Germany, Poland. I have so many friends that have been all over, and at the time, all I knew was Arkansas, Alabama, and Fort Jackson. If you know, you know. What are some hobbies you like to do? My favorite hobby to do is read. I love reading. Recently I've gotten out of the habit of buying physical books and just downloading all of my books on my tablet, which is not good for me personally, because I love having physical books. I like being able to sit down in my chair in my own comfortability with my cup of tea, reading my book, being able to rub my hands across the pages. That's what I like. The sound of being able to flip the pages, that's what I like. It gives me peace, as opposed to, sitting here, swiping on my tablet, waiting to recharge it up, stuff like that. It's just, if it came between having a physical book and my tablet, I'm gonna choose a physical book every time. I aspire to have a big house, in the next couple years, with my big bookshelf and my study, with all of the books that I like to read. Leave a comment down below if y'all suggest that y'all have a physical copybook over a tablet. Because me personally, I'm gonna choose a physical book every time. Other hobbies that I like to do, I like to work out. I'm not as consistent as I should be, but for those who do follow me, I'm getting back into it. It's starting to become my niche, okay? I'm starting to like working out a lot more than before. So I do like working out. I do like reading books. I like dancing. I love dancing. For all of the people who follow me, that have known me for the past couple years, know that I was into dancing real bad, okay? I love dancing. I love dancing, and I also love skating. Dancing and skating are my top two, okay? Top two. The next question is, what places have you traveled to? So I'll start out of the country. When I was overseas last year, I had the opportunity to go to Greece. Loved Greece. I love Greece so much. I did not travel a lot. I did not travel as much as other people did, but I did have the opportunity to go to Greece. I did have the opportunity to go to Germany and, you know, Romania. Romania in itself was a nice place to be. The capital of Romania is Bucharest, and me and the rest of the people that I was there with, we spent a lot of time in Bucharest at the biggest spa in Europe. Y'all, I can't even explain it. All I know is the United States has nothing like it. So I did have the opportunity to go to Germany, Greece, Romania. Stateside, I haven't been to a lot of states. I don't know why. I just haven't. I've been to Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Arkansas, and Texas. That's about all. In Alabama. That's about all I can give. I plan to go a lot more places this year. That's another thing on my bucket list for 2024 is to travel more. What current books are you reading? I feel like I haven't had a lot of time to read as much as I want to read. I did tell myself I wanted to do one of those challenges, like 50 books in a year, 69 books in a year. But this year honestly started off a little rough for me, and I haven't found a good balanced schedule for me to include reading. But I am going to. But for the time being, the last two books that I left off reading in the midst of not having a lot of time to find, like not being able to find a lot of time to read as much as I want to, is No Woman Left Behind by Sarah J. Roberts and Damaged but Not Destroyed by Michael Todd. I think I got maybe past the first chapter on Damaged but Not Destroyed, and he also started his series of Damaged but Not Destroyed on YouTube that I highly recommend people, you know, that are interested in reading the book also follow his sermons. It's a really good book. I have his other books. I have Relationship Goals. I have Crazier Faith. I have all his other books that he's written. I have all his other books. And me personally, I do like his writing style, and I love to hear about his testimonies. I really feel like Michael Todd is not only a good pastor but a good writer, so I highly recommend that y'all get this book. And No Woman Left Behind, for all of those people on TikTok that have been following or seeing videos about shadow work journals, this is the only spiritual shadow work journal that I recommend that y'all get. This journal is a guided journal that helps you work through things in your past, you know, answer questions that have been unanswered for years, you know. It just really asks you questions to help you bring out the answers that you need without having to look for them in other people, if that makes sense. I highly suggest that y'all get this book. I just gifted this book to my cousin for Christmas. This book is so good. Like I said, it's not necessarily a book. It's really a journal, you know, and it comes with pictures, and it has like prompts and questions that you can answer, and it inspires you to do a lot of thinking, you know. So I highly recommend that y'all get this book. I got this book from Target. I actually got both of these books from Target. So these are the two books that I left off reading. How are you doing on your spiritual journey with God? I remember this question. I know exactly who this question came from. The one. Thank you for this question. I love this question. My spiritual journey with God, it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. It is very inconsistent, and it has its up and downs. It really does. For those who don't know, which I don't expect y'all to, you know, for the ones who don't know me and don't follow me on social media, I did get baptized September 11th of last year. So walking with my cross daily has been more difficult being baptized than it was before I was baptized. I literally told my chaplain this like weeks after I got baptized, that I feel like every battle that could be fought, I felt like I was fighting the day after I got baptized. I don't know what it was. I felt like my faith was being tested harder after being baptized than before I was baptized. I don't have an answer for it. I don't have an explanation for it, and I don't know why that happened specifically, but all I know is I'm still walking with God, you know. I'm still on my journey, and that's something I also want to incorporate in my YouTube channel, my journey with God, you know, because I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to stray away from what my parents and what my family was trying to put on me to learn about Christ himself, and like find him myself, you know, find who he is myself and what he truly means to me, you know. So I can say my spiritual journey with him has been as much as the journey can be, you know. It's involved a lot of crying, a lot of praying, a lot of not knowing what's gonna happen next, a lot of what ifs, you know. And I'm not one to question God, because I don't question his plan. His plan was pre-written and predestined for me before I was even here. I truly believe that, you know. So my journey with God has been one heck of a journey. That's all I can say. What's your goal for your channel? Specifically, I just want this to be a safe space for the people that I know and the people I don't know. As you can see, I'm in my bed. I'm in a regular sweatshirt. I'm in leggings, sitting here drinking a cup of tea, you know. I'm in the comfort of my own home. Nothing against other content creators, me specifically. I just want to bring comfortability and vulnerability between me and all the people who decide to view my channel, you know. I want to be able to talk about Christ. I want to be able to talk about my life, things that I go through. I want to be able to do that and have that open door between me and the people who come and decide to listen to what I have to say, you know. So the goal of my channel is to not only find my niche, because I don't necessarily know what my niche is, you know. I don't know what I want to elaborate on the most, you know, whether that is talking about being a parent all the time or talking about being in the military. I want to find my niche, and I also want to create that window of vulnerability that people can come and look into, you know. Vulnerability, comfortability, all of those things. Another question that someone asks is, how did you get started on YouTube? So I've had this camera. It is a Canon G7X Mark II. I've had this camera about 2 years now. I seen a TikTok a while ago that said if you want to start to content create, if you want to start a YouTube, don't buy a camera. Contradicted, right? Don't buy a camera, because you can start off using your phone. That way you can know if YouTube is actually your thing. You know, you don't want to buy this expensive camera and start to make a YouTube channel and then not even use the camera after finding out that YouTube may not be your thing. But I did it anyways. And I've had this camera for about 2 years. This is not my first YouTube video, but this is the first YouTube video I posted, you know, after 2 years. So I second what that girl in that YouTube video said. I do not recommend anybody to buy a high expensive camera if you don't know for sure if YouTube is your thing, and a phone would work just as fine, you know, just as the same, your back camera. But me personally, I did what I wanted to do and I bought the camera. So hey, this is where we are. I created my intro myself. I created my outro myself. I created everything myself only from watching YouTube and TikTok videos. That's kind of how I started. You know, I feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like I relate to a lot of people in my life and followers, people who follow me on different platforms about a lot of the same stuff. And I feel like I got a lot to say to a lot of people. So I really feel like that's where me wanting to start a YouTube came from. What's your favorite part? My favorite part is recording the videos, only because I feel like I'm not talking to myself, but I feel like I'm actually talking to y'all. I actually feel like I'm talking to the people that are watching this video, you know. And it really feels good to get feedback. It really feels good to hear what people have to say after watching the video, and I feel like that helped me become a better content creator, a better YouTuber, you know. And everybody has to start somewhere. I'm not perfect. I don't have the best equipment. I don't have the best camera quality. I don't have the best anything, but somebody told me the hardest thing to do is to start, you know. So that is how I'm here. That's how I started my YouTube. That is why I'm going to continue to post videos. I'm going to continue to post every Sunday. I'm going to continue to promote my videos, and I just hope that the people who do decide to support me continue to do the same. That wraps up all of the questions. This is my Q&A. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first YouTube video. I really appreciate the view that you've given me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Leave any questions down below that I didn't answer that you would like for me to answer. If you have any suggestions on the next video that I should do, also leave those in the comments. And I want you guys to really look forward to a lot of amazing content that I plan to create here in 2024. And thank you. I'll see you guys next time.